Alright, this is going to be like a 5-minute video. It's late, it's like almost 2 in the morning. Alright. Subplots. If you're going to do subplots, do them right. I'm going to give you 2 examples of how to do subplots horrifically wrong, and I'll give you 1 instance where subplots were actually done well. Well, it's not really a subplot, it's more of a diversion and conversion of the plots. Anyway, The Force Awakens and Your Name, which are, well, quite frankly, Your Name's a hell of a lot better than Force Awakens. Jesus Christ, where they're doing that franchise is horrible. We don't want your lore, we want our lore. Doctor Who, Star Trek, all trying to redo these things, and it's just screwing these things up. Okay, sorry, getting off topic. Subplots. Your plot is supposed to go this way, right? A to B to C, that's your plot. And you have your subplot, which is supposed to run parallel to your main plot. So everything progresses. But people are starting to think, no, let's not go this way. Let's go this way. Let's do that world expanding. So instead of progress the story, let's show all this nice, the decorations, the stuff all around you, like that shelf back there. It's like if me talking this, and then, we break into song and dance about everything that's on that shelf. It's like that. It's like if we cut it out, if you just edit it right out, right there, boom, you wouldn't miss a thing. You wouldn't even notice it not being there. But we gotta, can't fit everybody into the screen to give everybody screen time doing the same thing. We gotta give everybody their own subplots and break them up into groups and introduce, which you can painfully tell is like the most useless character there. It's like, why are you here? Well, I'm here to pad out the space and the running time to give you to talk to somebody else. It's like, yes, we know you're the most useless thing here. I'm sorry, but it's like they're just trying to shoehorn this character in because. So your B plot goes all the way out and all the way back, accomplishing next to jack shit, really. It was like, what was the point of that? Well, we just don't have a code breaker here. You don't? Wow, so that was completely useless. And then Your Name, the kid goes on a 20. The one thing that kept bothering me when I first started to watch it in theaters was, why can't, it's like they're not sending text messages to each other, if you know the plot. They're leaving messages for each other on each other's phone. And I thought that's kind of weird, but I kind of caught on to that a little bit. It's like, huh. So they're not calling each other, they're not texting each other, they're leaving text messages. That's kind of weird. Huh. And the guy's like, huh. And then when the reveal shows up, it's like, oh, so that's why you never bothered to mention why you couldn't call that person. You moron. You think that'd be the first fucking thing you would do when you woke up in someone else's body. You think, well, why don't I call myself? And he's like, oh, you mean that thing? The thing that happened 3 years ago? You mean that thing that should have been national news? How could it have possibly have slipped my mind of what it was called? It landed right in your backyard and you're acting like you've never heard of it. So it gets kind of stupid of the stupidity of the characters because they shoehorn in the dramatic twists like something out of Shyamalan. And quite frankly, Shyamalan does it a lot better. Even in currently with Glass is actually pretty good. Um, they're pretty decent twists. He's gotten some of his mojo back. I'll give him that. But yeah, it has this like 20-minute, 30-minute segue where the kid has to try to track down this town, and then he goes on this other 15-minute bender to try and do the whole thing again to meet the and ends up meeting the girl and this and that, and it's like, what's the point of this? It's like you couldn't just keep it going still. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you know. So you needed to pad out all this lore and dramatic twists, you know, like in Eyes of the Mind book. You're sacrificing logic for dramatic reveal. It's like, no, that's stupid. You're an idiot. You're not a good writer. You're not clever. You're just an idiot. So, yeah. So those are bad examples of a B plot. A good convergence and divergence of A and B plot or multiple plots is Stranger Things, where the characters split up and then come together again, and then they split up and come together again. Particularly in season 3, where the adults kind of go off and do their own thing, which kind of happens in seasons 1 and 2 and 3. Um, but yeah, people break off into their groups, they do their own thing, but they always come back together because it's all tied together. So each season has their own overarching plot, and each group that splits off for each season for a few episodes or whatever eventually come back together. And each one contributes properly. You know, they bring something back to the table when they come back. So you can't say, well, you were just spinning your wheels to show how shiny this car is or how dangerous your foe is. It's like, we know how dangerous the foe is. We know what we're up against. Or even something stupider than that. No, I think knowing your enemy with that was actually pretty good. The point is that it wasn't a needless detail. It wasn't a needless detour into aesthetics or something like that, or you know, or something silly or stupid like that. If I'm trying to get the point across, is that everything is necessary. Each plot is necessary. So you cut one out, you're losing like 1/3 of your story, pretty much, depending on how many groups you have split up. So, um, yeah. So Stranger Things is a really good show of uh, con- diverting and converting of plots. Okay, season 2, episodes 9, Lost Sister. Yeah, kind of stops the story, but was kind of needed. Sorry, was kind of needed a little bit. Um, yes, it broke the pacing of it, yeah, but it kind of needed to be in there somewhere because you showcased it, so it needed to be somewhere in there. Um, but at least they shortened it in season 3, so instead of an entire episode stopping the plot, it's just one scene, which still just makes me laugh and smile every time I hear it. Not just because I love the song, but the song that is played, but because the scene just totally just not warranted because it's so much fun. But that's the point, is that if in the midst of all this seriousness and running for your lives, suddenly you hear this nostalgic song being sung over the radio. It's hysterical. I love it. Uh, but yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to make this short um, little rant about subplots. I still recommend Stranger Things highly. I can't recommend it enough. I recommend Your Name, much like Your Voice, and all those other little independent little, you know, uh, PG animes that are being put out now on Netflix. Um, it's a good, it's a good story. It's told well. It has fantastic characters. Has fantastic art design and color, but it does sacrifice a little bit of the logic, character logic, for the twist. You know, you'll see it. You if you watch it, you'll see and you'll understand. It's like, yeah, that is kind of stupid. That would be like the first thing I would do, right? If I found myself in that situation. But then it's supposed to be, oh, dramatic twist, so it's supposed to add up to that, but it adds up stupidly. So it's just stupid. Anyway, but besides that, certain plot points to make a more dramatic reveal and what a twist, it's actually a pretty darn good film. It's a lot. It's a trading spaces sort of a thing. Spaces, trading places. Uh, uh, Fantasy wise. So it's nothing science fictiony. It's all fantasy uh, because it's more akin to the universe kind of made it so much like Groundhog Day. So it's more Groundhog Day than 1201. Just a little trivia for you there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, so now do you get all that? I say take care, fair, faithful viewer, and I would sing the national anthem again terribly, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and my roommates, even though this one's hard of hearing, this guy is, well, he's not. So take care, and I'll talk more about my movies and stuff later on another video, probably tomorrow before I go to work. Take care. Bye.